Hello everyone, this is Dale again, and very pleased to have everybody back, and I hope that you've all been okay whilst I've been away looking after my husband. He's recovering now after his heart operation, so I'm back doing videos for you, and in the next few days I'm going to do all 12 signs of the zodiac with the Thoth cards, and this is the Dale Jackson way of doing things. So this particular video is about Taurus. So I'm going to do Taurus. The sun goes into Taurus today, and the moon is in Aries. Taurus is the sign of the bull. It's an earth sign. The element of Taurus is earth, and the ruling planet is Venus, goddess of love, beauty and all things lovely. So I'm a Taurian, by the way, and thank you for the people that have sent birthday cards to me. It's a little bit early, but thank you very much. It's lovely to receive such surprise cards from my fans and followers. So here we go, people. I'm going to do 12 cards, the Dale Jackson way, and I'm using the Thoth deck. I'm going to shuffle the cards first, and then when I've got them lined up, I do 2 rows of 6, and then I'll take a kind of overall view from the 12 months ahead of us. And I'm starting this review at this time of the year because I've had to make some adjustments in my plans and what I was doing. So this is the review of the zodiac using all 12 signs of the zodiac. Today's version is Taurus. I will tell you at the end of the reading how you can get a personal reading from me, and those details will be given also on my webpage. So here we go, Taurus. 12 cards at random from the deck. In this case I'm taking the 12 from the top. When you send for a personal reading, the numbers you send me will indicate to me the number 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4 card, 5, 6, 7, 8, number 8 card. So the numbers you give me will be the cards that will turn up for your reading, for your personal reading, and then I give it about 2.5 hours of my time looking at the cards, getting it written up to you, and it can all be done by email. You can send for a form, or you can just send me the details, which I will give you at the end of this 15-minute video. But this is to give you a little bit of insight of how I do the cards the Dale Jackson way. It's not a way that you'll find in any of the books, but it's my way that's worked over 40 years. I've had some good, fabulous results and comments from people, and I hope that you can enjoy this. So here we are, Taurus. I've got a reading here for you, and we're looking in a general way. Some of it may be very relevant to you. First off, I'm going to pick up this card, which is the Empress card, because that's a lovely card for Taurus to get in a reading. It's the Empress is representative of Venus, and so again it's the feminine principle, the nurturing, and things to do with being down to earth and determined, and everything is blossoming. She's holding this lovely kind of flower here, as everything's blossoming and is abundant, and people of the Taurian area of the zodiac love their gardens. They're very much into plants, gardening, and they might well have a business doing that. I had a business for years as a florist and did very well in that business, and also you might be a market gardener or even a farmer, but things to do with the land and things to do with the earth and being productive and loving the beautiful things that the earth produces. So you might be someone that also wants to look after the earth. You might have an Aquarian moon or something like that, so you'll be more humanitarian in your approach. So this is going to look at the 12 months ahead of you from now. The sun's just gone into Taurus, we're in the 1st degrees, and this is saying what? This is the year ahead. Now it's moving quite quickly, Taurus. In the next 4 or 5 months, these cards are very swift. There's a lot of air cards around. So we've got, first of all, we've got the Knight of Swords. Then we've got the Prince of Cups. And the 4th card along, we've got another air card, the Princess of Swords. So 3 out of 4 cards are sword cards. 2 out of those are sword cards, and 1 is a cup card with wings on it, which is a symbol of air. That's why I picked that one. Air is the element of movement. It's also to do with communications, getting your voice across, getting yourself heard, and people in conversation and backwards and forwards and being interactive with people. So this is a good thing to be doing now, a video, so that I can interact with you and get my word across. Your first card shows a crossroads. So this is for Taurians in general. It's saying here's a crossroads. On the card it's going to be the Knight of Swords, and he's an air sign person. So look at people around you that are of the birthdays Gemini, also Libra and also Aquarius. They're Gemini, Libra and Aquarius are air sign people, and these people they use their minds and their intellect, and they're very good at conversation and getting words across. The card shows a man of an air sign birthday who comes into the picture very excited, very talking about things, interacting, and he's kind of multitasking. He's got two swords in the picture, so it's this way and that way. He's multitasking and he's able to do several things, but he's going to be someone who's going to be able to be helpful and useful to Taurians in the next few months, one way or another. Now the next card to it is a water sign man, so this is the Prince of Cups. So Cups is going to be the water signs, which is Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So this is showing the water in turmoil, and then the wings, and then the water is calm. So this shows a man who's in an emotional state, wanting to talk, that's Mercury, the wings, and then he can level with you or be calmer, and in the two-way conversation, then you might be able, Taurians, to calm down this water sign man. So look at your friends around you who are born of the water signs and open the conversation. Make sure you're communicating. Don't close down the communications. That's what that indication is for. Now, especially if it's about relationships, whatever they are, because we've got it on the Lovers card, the aspect on the Lovers card. So here it's saying keep talking, whether it's about old times, or if you've let go a relationship and you're into a new relationship. So we've got the 3 ages of man on the card. We've got you're not a child anymore, whatever your colour, creed or culture. It's saying you can be friends with everyone and overcome any prejudicial differences. Then you've got the teenage love, romantic love through rose-coloured glasses, and it's very romantic time. And then you've got the wisdom of experience with the hermit figure in the background, and we've got little Cupid here throwing his flirtatious arrows around to try and make something happen in terms of communication between relationships. So these cards are saying whatever your colour, creed, gender, whatever it is to make the relationship work, it's saying use wisdom and experience. There is a romantic ideal out there for you, and this year might be the one where this person flies into your life or comes into your life as a new beginning. This shows a water sign man flying into life, wanting to talk, feel calmer about the future. So that might be a really good sign for Taurus people or earth sign people, Taurus in particular, with water sign people, Scorpio particularly. Venus and Pluto go together very, very well. Taurus and Scorpio go together very, very well. I know that because I'm married to a Scorpio, so I do know that. A lot of Scorpios been in my life one way or another, but other Taurians might find that they really do have something of a connection. Then we've got the third card in is the Eon card, number 20 in the Higher Arcana. And this is really a good card to talk about the longer term future, the Eon, not just the first 5 minutes or the first 6 months, but the Eon, the 5 or 10 year prospects for the year, for this year, what you can do this year for the prospect of the next 4 or 5 years or the longer term. And it's showing things that are very, very good, because we've got everything coming into the pot here. We've got the Ark card with the golden crucible, and where you've given out everything and poured everything out and it's left you a little bit drained, the phoenix rises. So this is saying the ingredients of your life have all been for a reason, and they make something very good out of things that have been difficult. So it's saying up comes the phoenix rises. Look at the long-term plan, the Eon, and see what is better in the long term for you. At least try and set a plan out so that you can maybe stick to it in the longer term. Taurus are cautious people. Aries, on the other hand, that we've just done, are more spontaneous and do things impulsively and spontaneously. and Taurus do things a little bit more cautiously. And so this is saying in the caution of Taurus, look at the long term. And it's saying long-term plans can be made with relationships. Might be starting with a new relationship, but the flirtatious Cupid card is here, and the love card is here, and Venus, goddess of love, is here. So we have a lot of love and romance in this picture. 4 months on, so we've got April, May, June, July. 4 months on, we've got a little bit of a dip in the card. So this is a little bit of negativity in this reading, which is saying you're feeling vulnerable, Taurus. You're on the defensive, and you're protecting your position or protecting your corner. It's only brief, a little hiccup. There is something that you need to have in place, proper work, look at documents, paperwork, contracts and signatures, anything that's got something to do with what might be legal matters or lawful things that you've got to sort out. This is saying I need more information. So you need to be cautious, get all the information you need, especially if you're going to deal with paperwork and documents. Here next is the Emperor. So we've got the Emperor and the Empress in this reading. There they go. The happy couple. These are a mature couple. These are two people who are on the same wavelength, get on very well with each other. They might be people over the age of 40, say, that have reached a stage in their life where they feel more settled down, and more enriched and prospering in their lives. So we've got the Emperor and the Empress card in the picture. The Emperor card is always someone that's successful or the top of their game, and in the card it's here they have some sort of magic key, some proposition or proposal that they can give to you, or for you to consider, to look at something that will make you feel comfortable, enriched and secure. Here we've got the Knight of Discs. So here's an earth card, an earth sign card. It shows a very rich harvest on the card. And here, this knight, he's on his horse. His horse is a bit tired, so he's been working a bit too hard, needs a rest. He's looking at the prospect of the golden future and the fields to conquer. And it's showing this growth. It's saying you can reap what you sow. The hard work has to be put in. So this card is about preparation, and it's saying prepare the ground, Taurus. You will reap the harvest later on. So this is a good card for that, for the idea of being prepared and then get the benefits of hard work. It also shows a lovely landscape here. So I want to go to parts of the world where this landscape might be relevant. So if you're in the countryside and or you're living in the countryside, or there's arable farmland around you, and wheat and growth and things to do with production of food and so on, that's very good. And also this card is a good card to do with outdoor work. So people that work in the outdoors, in the countryside or the forests, or anything to do with nature, this is a very good card for that. And with some aspects, with the Emperor next to it, there might be a man that's a successful man in business. He might be looking at new pastures, new fields, new territory, acquisitions that he can have in the future to do with land or building. So it might be a developer or someone who wants to build, or someone in the area of developing property and land. So that might be a good sign for anyone out there, and also for architects. I have a husband who's an architect, and I'm a Taurian, so that might be a good prospect there for something to come in there. On the first of the second row, we've got the Queen of Wands, and here she is, a lovely, radiant, beautiful air sign lady. And this shows a very creative, charismatic woman, and it's someone who is very positive, but she's very much in sovereignty of her own area, and she's saying don't change your spots for anybody, bold and direct, charismatic, lovely aura, and this is a good friend for a Taurian to have. So a fire sign friend, so look at your fire sign friends, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius friends, female friends, and take something from their creativity and put it into the ingredients of your own life. This is someone who will be positive and helpful to you, and quite a dynamic character, and you'll find these people somewhere around you this year that you can draw on their energy, and you can be bold with it, and it will bring you some success into your pot. You see, here's your pot of gold with the fire, putting the fire in and lighting the fire to take off in the future in a creative way. And this is very good. We've got the Lover's card here, we've got the Queen of Wands, we've got the Pot of Gold, we've got a water sign man and fire sign lady. So those two areas, water and fire, can come into the Taurian life and be successful in the future to do with relationships. We have a good card here for grandmother and a healing, also the Priestess card, which is good for healing and education and healing. And we've got the Hermit for wisdom and experience, and saying learn the lessons that you've already had in life and apply that knowledge to the future. So make amends by applying the knowledge of your experience and making it work for you in the future. So that's a quick overall view of a reading for Taurus. Before I go, Taurus, I want to just point out how you can get a personal reading. So these details will be found at the end of this video and also on my web page. What I need from you is your name, your full name, your date of birth, your nationality, and in your address what part of the world you're in, because you might have moved from country to country. So we need name, date of birth, nationality, gender, because if you have a name like mine, you might automatically think I'm a man with a name like Dale. There are not many ladies called Dale, but anyway, so we need gender. And then I can do an accurate reading also for relationships. And then most of all, I need 12 numbers from you, so that I can count from the 1 to 32, between 1 and 32, 12 numbers in any order. I shuffle the deck and count the cards off from the numbers you give me. This gives me the connection to you, and that the reading will be personal to you. And that will cost you £50 sterling, which is the equivalent to $86 approximately USD. And you can pay that into my PayPal account, the Dale Jackson Way, at virginmedia.com, PayPal. So the PayPal account is the same as my email account. You can send the details directly to my email, or you can send for an application form, and it will give it all out what you need to send me. I've had great success with this in the past, and I hope I can be of true help to you in the future and tell your friends. So thank you all very, very much for listening, and we'll do the rest of the signs in the rest of the week. So thank you for now, and good luck everybody. Bye bye.